Carnival came from people who had nothing and still made something for everybody. So I know some people will say my Carnival views is be controversial, but the only reason I feel the way I feel about this is because Carnival was never meant to be this exclusive, gate-kept, or if you don't have at least $12,000, you had to stay home. Carnival has started all of this VIP ban and cabana kind of thing. So I say let me do a quick recap of Trinidad Carnival and where it all started. So back in the 1780s, when the French planters and the free people of color come to Trinidad, they also brought with them the pre-Lenten celebration of Mardi Gras that is known in New Orleans, Louisiana. And so they threw in a masquerade and they ball and all kind of thing. And of course, the enslaved black and chicken couldn't be a part of that. They was banned from that celebration. So when slavery was abolished in 1834, they say, well, good, we can take part in all your party and things, so now we go create our own. Although slavery was abolished, they were still under an apprenticeship, which basically means they're still under needles, so they started to watch themselves. So instead they would go to the sugarcane field, they would have a drum, the torches, people stick fighting, dancing, jamming, all kind of thing. And they would burn the sugarcane there as a form of resistance. So that's where we get the term can brûler, which comes from the French words can brûler, which means burn sugarcane or burn cane. But then 1838, when the apprenticeship thing and all that done and they finally free, that's when they say, well, yeah, we're bringing this to the street. So these celebrations were typically always on August 1st to commemorate Emancipation Day. But after about 10 years, that's when they bring it to the pre-Lenten period. And they said that the celebrations officially started on the midnight of the Sunday before Ash Wednesday. So that's really the beginnings of what we know to be as Juve. So that really became the symbol of freedom, a celebration. And this was the first time the slaves could be visibly free, enjoying themselves, celebrating their freedom. So of course, you know, the colonial government was not on that. So in 1881, that's the first time they tried to come and stop the celebrations in Port of Spain. The people wasn't having that. So they actually fight the police and win. That wasn't the last of them, because then again in 1884, they went down in Princestown and Sandown trying to do the same thing. And then finally, after that last beat down in 1884, they leave we alone. They still tried to ban certain things, but we went above that. They tried to ban the drumming. They tried to ban stick fighting. They tried to ban people gathering. More than 10 people can't gather. What? But the people literally stand to the police and say, nah, we ain't going through that. So Carnival only exists today because people stood up to authority and refused to be erased. And every time they try to cancel them, they just innovated. So okay, you ban the drums, they create tambour bamboo. When you ban the tambour bamboo, we created steel pan. Try to keep you up, we create characters like Damlerain, Midnight Rubber, Peregrina, all of that. They was our vital traditional mass characters. So yeah, when people talk about access, pricing, Monday wear, Soca Street and all of that, that's not people being ungrateful, you know. It's because Carnival was built by people who had nothing but made something for everybody. Even if you look it up online, it says that Trinidad Carnival is an inclusive celebration or whatever. So if we Carnival started in resistance, we should be allowed to question where it's headed. Alright, so my work here is done. History lesson over. Continue jamming.